In 1821, former Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, ruler of most of Europe, died in exile on the remote island of Saint Helena in the South Atlantic. The British had locked him there for 6 years after his defeat at Waterloo in 1815. The official autopsy, conducted by French and British doctors at the same time, concluded that his father also suffered from advanced stomach cancer, the cause of death. But more than a century later, a new sensational hypothesis that suggested foul play, even murder, overturned this diagnosis. In the 1960s, a team of Swedish scientists, led by Sten Forschuffud, tested preserved locks of Napoleon's hair by using modern forensic techniques. The results were sensational. The hair had abnormally high levels of arsenic, up to 100 times normal background levels. Arsenic, a highly toxic poison, had been the favorite poisoner of choice for centuries for clandestine murders and was used in everything from medicine to rat poison. A storm of conspiracy theories erupted from this finding. One of them speculated that Napoleon had been deliberately poisoned by the British government, which was afraid of his possible return to power. Although under arrest, Napoleon was still a revolutionary legend and could rouse rebellions across Europe. Another theory implicated a member of his inner circle, maybe Count Charles de Montholon, who stood to gain financially and politically from Napoleon's death. There were also rumors that agents of the restored Bourbon monarchy tried to ensure the final defeat of their greatest opponent. But not all of the explanations were conspiratorial. Chemists and historians pointed out that Napoleon's wet Saint Helena home had Scheele's green pigment in the green wallpaper, which was laced with copper arsenite. It could degrade and emit toxic arsenic gas under humid conditions. Years of exposure could explain the high arsenic content in his body, turning his death from a murder into an environmental disaster. To further continue the mystery, in the 1990s, research validated that Napoleon's hair still had high levels of arsenic even in the early years of his life and during his reign, showing long-term exposure throughout his life. Arsenic was widely available in 19th century products, such as medicine, hair tonics, wines, and even food preservatives. This made it hard to determine if it was intentionally poisoning people and accumulating in the environment. There is no solid evidence ever produced to determine that Napoleon was being intentionally poisoned, even after various investigations and reanalyses. His weight loss, severe stomach cramps, and vomiting were all symptoms of gastric cancer or chronic arsenic poisoning. The mystery still continues to remain unsolved. Ultimately, Napoleon's demise is a historical mystery, a mix of science, politics, and intrigue. The controversy keeps his legend alive, whether he perished from natural illness, accidental poisoning, or premeditated murder. The emperor still casts a long shadow over history after he dies, making us re-examine how the great fell and whether or not someone assisted in sending them tumbling.